both of them will play 2 games. Longhorns will have a rematch with Ohio State. Not your typical run rule game against Ohio State a moment ago. 14-6.
Right now, Cam Salmon poised to be that pitcher.
Madeline Lopez leading things off, the senior, hitting .278 this year. It'll be Madeline Lopez, Jaden Burney, and Madison Knight, who will up the middle and one away. Line drive into the glove of Reese Atwood, and her teammates may be celebrating that snag. And then in the circles, struck out 10 last weekend. But something Texas never got on in that first game against Ohio State. A 3-up, 3-down. We'll see a lot of curveball from Pangol. Former soccer state champion Ashton Maloney last year.
For the senior, a little below her typical average.
Gaunt at short. That one eats her up. Maloney is on no matter how you score it. Caden. She officially does not have a stolen base this year. The 2-2 off the glove of the pitcher and up for a cheap out. You put the defense on notice.
Leanne Good.
It doesn't get much easier. Katie Stewart on deck. Right back at the pitcher. Only plays at first. And there's no play to be had. And there's still nobody out.
And that's where the communication from the defense.
Texas loaded the bases and has scored one. Stewart out towards center. Lantier makes the catch. It'll be good for a sacrifice fly. Texas up 2-0 as
gave herself a little space and drove that into the outfield.
Good on second. Atwood on first. Professional hitter. Adds to the power in the lineup. Not that there's a deficiency. Just her 5th at bat of this season. And her first base hit. With bases loaded, they'll look to bring 2 home. Now they slam on the stop sign and a little miscommunication.
2 games. Same with Kaya Altmaier after she got a few starts in opening weekend. The versatility of this freshman class. So creative with this lineup. 222 average. Doesn't really tell the truth in San Antonio right at the outfielders. So left herself pretty comfortable in burnt orange.
8th batter of the inning. Moments ago, the RBI single from Vic Hunter doubled the payoff pitch with bases loaded for Texas here in the first inning.
Gonna bat out to fight that pitch off until she gets something over the plate.
That'll get past the shortstop's glove as Texas will plate 2 more. Atwood.
She can get a couple chases with that pitch.
Burney gave them 100 innings last year. 3.78 ERA. And again today against Ohio State. This one off the tip of the bat. A gnarly spin. Ashton Maloney, remember, reached on the infield error this inning to get things started. She'll test the opposing shortstop again. And Ashton Maloney.
First base for the 2nd time this inning.
Hayden Henry singled this inning and scored. Now that we have an 11th batter this inning. Texas still threatening. And bases loaded for the
lineup. You can't stay on one side and think that they're not going to adjust.
Good. We'll send this one again off the glove of Gaunt as Texas
over farther into the hole. So as she moves up the middle, a little bit different foot placement. You can see she almost trips over herself.
Reese earlier. This will be a base hit, and we'll score at least one more. Atwood, nobody covering second, heads up. Fair ball off the third baseman, Seaton. And another run will score for Texas.
Into the first.
Thinking Usher was bothering her and asking her to see her ticket. The 3-2 to Martinez. Punches one out towards left, squeezed in for out number 3 by Jaden Burney, but not before the Longhorns. 2018. Salmon fires a strike to Atwood. He'll be behind home plate a lot, including tonight's start at catcher. Over the left side, Sneed at third. One hops it towards Atwood. Yeah, almost an intentional short hop. Here's Seton and the bottom third of the order. Right side to Crabtree, tested for the first time as we speak here in Austin. It's not always a given in February.
Starting to see Vernie go up in the zone here against both Victoria Hunter and Kyle Altmaier. See if she can get a chase and something up because.
Chance to get through it, will. It's a two-hit day already for Altmaier. Kim Bruins had 14 strikeouts in the circle. This one will not leave the infield. Seton says she has it. And another infield miscue. And how about this aggressive base running? Only over the left side. This will score a run. Yeah, I looked up and all of a sudden bases were not loaded.
Out or even pinch running. We've seen her a couple times pinch run so far this season.
Had the only hit this inning. She's on second. The game for Texas. Back at Vernie. Just needs an out. Gets it. That's the second game of the day for the Longhorns. Right now, Syracuse looking for their first hit. Whether it be swinging a bat or throughout the course of a game. I want to see how you respond. Right back at Salmon. Over to squaring around, and that one looks like it's going to die in fair territory. It does. 0 for 1 today against Texas. Salmon skips one to Stewart. 2-2 and wild pitch, and somehow through the right side, base hit for Jaden Burney. Just playing 7. See Madison's numbers last year, again a dual threat with Knight grounded out to the shortstop. Martinez back in the first in that inning. Underneath this one, your center fielder is Anderson.
Well, there was a point in time where a lot of your power hitters and best hitters were in that leadoff spot.
Crabtree. This one towards the gap, out towards the wall, off the wall this time for Reese Atwood, who will have a double. Has not yet added to her home run total here at McCombs. That base hit will get through. Atwood will advance 60 feet over to third.
Well, that single, even though not.
Atwood will come home and
Just turned on, and at first base, a lot of times you're blinded by.
comes off the bench tonight as a pinch runner for Martinez. 2 on for Vic Hunter as the count will stay at 1-2. Appearances, a chance for 2. And
They put on a jacket a little bit, but 2 go throw some pitches.
and went 7-2 last year, 7 wins, 2 losses with a 2.48 ERA. As Flores in a high-scoring run rule win against Ohio State. And a third hit of the ball game for Syracuse. Back to Salmon. Salmon with the strikeout.
From the left fielder.
Again, the payoff pitch from Vernie. And Altmaier will get away from her with the walk. In Alyssa's speed, but also has some pop. And of course, as I say that, she squares around and
Well, prior to this year, it was 10, and a lot of hitters rush to get in the box and the runners up.
well, you mentioned when you're up 12-0, you're not going to try to make the first out at home plate. First time she's had this opportunity in a Longhorn uniform. And that one just squeezed in by Burney. The runners do for Anderson. Sneed over on third. One by Wallace on first. This will get down and left and bring home another run for Texas. Also reached on a fielder's choice. There's 59, 60, and 61. Over the left side, able to keep it in the infield and able to get the force at second.
I'm in. Lucy Cano go diving and knowing she has time, but not sliding into second, typical of what her first 2 years in Burnt Orange. She hit better at home than she did on the road.
Left side to Tess Zamora. Cross her body over to first.
I think there's some free passes they'd like to shore up, but
in Oklahoma City, the former Lido High School Bearcat, now her first year for Texas. Brinley had a 2.84.
To be able to throw her hard stuff in the zone to keep hitters honest.
Bolito with the slow roller over to Sneed. Tonight's looking for another shutout here tonight. Over the right side. Ball game for the defending national champions. All smiles down on the dirt for the Burnt Orange.
But we know
again, it won't be until tomorrow late afternoon we see Texas again when they take on Ohio.